Pleased to meet you, Your Highest. I'm not him. I'm not his son.
What are you doing here?
I got lost in the woods. I do look like him, though.
Now, this is the very first time where someone has come to the compound and everybody acted like they had some damn sense. Now, I didn't say that they had sense. I said everybody acted like they had sense, because we all know that the compound is a yard full of mixed nuts, right? They're all a little touched, even the normal ones, right? But even the guest of honor had somewhat of a hushed reverence about himself. Jason was well-mannered. The corners of his mouth curled ever so slightly. He had this genuine smile. Jason was poised, to say the least. And even though I appreciated everybody's demeanor, they've really got to stop with so many crossovers, because let me tell you why. I received a comment from a viewer, subscriber, right? And this is how it went. He said, I tell you, I'm just not feeling this crossover event with Ruthless and the Highest. And then I replied, I kind of like the shows to stay separated too. No cap, I enjoy it either way, but I would prefer limited crossover episodes, And it was exciting at first, but now it seems as if it's taking away from the essence of their individual identities, right? Like there is no way anyone would ever be able to leave the compound like Jason did. This was unreal to a certain degree, not authentic to the true way of the raccoon. LOL. So there it is. I don't like that everybody in the Highest trailer is being so fake. Like everybody is trying to win an award for being on their best behavior. Stop it. Stop. Just stop already. And the Highest don't believe a word of what Jason is saying. He knows that he's the son of the president, no matter what Jason says. And no matter how many times Jason says that he's lost, the Highest don't believe none of it. Look at his face. He knows Jason is lying. Like, I really wish something would happen. Like, if they were to host ritual night while Jason was there, then I'd be interested. If Jason went to the punishment trailer and Ruth walked in and scared the crap out of him, then I'd be interested. If Jason were to just suddenly nut up like he'd be doing in the White House and just start slicing Trigger's throats, then I'd be interested. It's not real. It's just beginning to feel a bit off. They're hiding who they really are. Daikon is like, let me go and use the hotspot so I can see what's going on. Like they're putting on this act. The room just seems to be empty, right? Because there's this huge chunk of authenticity that seems to be missing. The Highest just kept brushing off everything Jason said. Jason would say, I'm not him. And the Highest countered with, what are you doing here? Jason would say, I got lost in the woods. I come in peace. Peace? We don't want peace. We want to see some heads being chopped off, some bodies being snatched up, some more lies being told. We want to see Jason pop off just like he did when he was in the room with Alonzo, or when he was all in Victoria's grits right after that rendezvous with Sam, and when he was with Priscilla when he told her about what happened to Jean. We want to see that Jason. Things a little bit too calm on the compound. I don't like it. And Jason steady talking about, I'm not him. The Highest ain't bucking at all. He ain't pulling out the machetes. He ain't holding Jason hostage. He ain't talking that raccoon bullshit. Everybody's just a little too calm. Even Daikon was being cordial. And even when Daikon left, the Highest is still in disbelief, saying he's the son of the president of the United States, offered him some breakfast, and even told him that he was going to take him into town to use a telephone. And that was another thing that seemed a little bit off, because they've got full internet access on the hotspot, where he could have just reached out. Daikon got 3 cell phones, a beeper, and a message in a bottle. He can get a message to that White House without going into town. Hell, they could even let him use Aaron's phone that they confiscated in the last prophecy meeting. They do not have to go to town.
I just look like him.
What is going on?
Sir, may I go to the finance trailer, get on the hotspot?
Yes.
And figure this out?
Great idea, Daikon.
And even Jason knows to reverence the highest with the utmost respect. Did y'all check out his demeanor when he first came in? And he was saying, if you allow me to make a phone call, and that he didn't want any trouble. What? That's all Jason do at the White House, is make trouble. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Their words seemed very rehearsed. I mean, even though we know they're rehearsed, but like they're afraid to show each other their hand, right? Like they're walking on eggshells. This entire scene with the highest ending the short clip with, well, isn't this special? Jason has that smirk on his face again, and I really need them to get back to being themselves. I mean, what happened to the highest hating the evil government when he be in the meetings? He can't speak enough about how he hates the evil white man. Where is all of that? How did we get from that to where we are now, where we can hear a rat pee on cotton? That room was so quiet, like they were at a piano recital and everybody had to be quiet to hear little Johnny play his special notes that he's been practicing on the piano for the past 5 months. It was that kind of quiet.
Checks this out. I have breakfast coming. Would you like some?
No, thank you. I don't need breakfast, but if you would allow me, I'd just like to make a phone call.
They should have let me direct this scene. I would have began the episode with Jason pulling up to the campfire ritual, right? Right before they chose their wives, with Ruth being in the midst of it all, just to see the look on Jason's face when he saw Denise in Ruth. Then I'd have the guards grab Jason, with Jason talking ish to him, you know, making threats, throwing his weight around because he's the president's son. I'd have the highest growing more and more angry. Then they'd have to take Jason to the punishment trailer. I don't know, throw him in there with Lacey, with that red robe, where they'd instruct him not to talk to her. But of course, you know, Jason, he's going to talk ish anyway. Then we draw out maybe 1 to 2 episodes where Jason's not even trying to escape, but he wants to learn how to torture people, right? The right way. Then we'd have to take him to the torture chair, right? And let him mess with Malcolm a little bit. You know, I'd be doing all of that. Then we'd maybe end the season with them holding Jason hostage, like for this huge ransom or something.
Okay. Well, isn't this special?
But I don't know what the hell this was. I just don't know. Hopefully we'll get back to some action-packed Ruthless whenever they come back on. And I heard they were returning December 31st or something. But in the meantime, we have the Oval. And if you're going to do a crossover, let it be something exciting. Like, it's not going to be exciting. If it's not going to be exciting and titillating, then just don't let it happen at all, says the woman sitting behind the microphone running her damn mouth. But no, Tyler is doing an excellent job with keeping us tuned in from week to week. But I just want to see more realistic drama, especially with Jason. Jason belongs on the compound. Like, he should feel right at home, but they let him leave. And I'm sure that we're going to get to that whenever we get to it. But in the meantime, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Did you guys like this crossover episode? I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle. I just hope that this is a build up to something bigger. So we'll just have to wait and see. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You know I'd appreciate it. And if you're a fan of Tyler Perry's The Oval, go ahead and subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this one. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, you guys. And I'm going to see you on the next one.